getting started in Figma, don't worry. I'm bringing the series Figma Beginner to Advanced because I want you guys to understand right from the basics of creating a new frame to transitioning yourself into mastering color, typography, auto layout, grid systems, visual design, system design, high fidelity designs, and much more. So in this video, I want you guys to understand Figma right from the basics, like creating a new frame, adding shapes, adding text, grouping elements, right? Just the basics, right? And let's achieve that by creating a home page wireframe. And let's just give a topic to it. Let's say fitness tracking app. Okay, let's keep that as a context and create this lo-fi wireframe. And the main purpose of this would be to get you used to this software of Figma and kind of understand where things are, how do you go about this software, and how you can master it. Let's dive in.
Let's begin. So this is the Figma software. Before we start, let's add a frame. We go to the frame icon and press iPhone 16. Now let's rename this layer to fitness homepage. So we go to the layer section, double tap on that layer icon and then type in fitness homepage. Once we are done with that, let's change the background. Let's just see what we can do with it. So you go with the fill and you make it black like I'm showing you. There's another option where you can choose the rectangle tool and make the rectangle edge to edge of that frame, and then go again to fill and change the color. This is very important and very helpful when you're designing different backgrounds in the same screen. So this is very helpful for that. Now let's just change it back to white because we're gonna make a lo-fi wireframe. And now let's just understand the software. So here is where you'll find the pages, the layers, and the assets that you'll download. Layers section, you can see all the elements that's inside, and in the right section you can see the design side and the prototype side. And at the bottom you can see all the tools like move tool, frame section, shapes tool, pen tool, text tool, comment tool, and many more. So once you press on that page, you'll see the properties of it. You can add effects, stroke, layout grid. Now let's add a layout grid. Let's make it into a 4-column layout grid and give it a margin of, let's say, 12. So now let's do the top part, which would be the place where the notification icon, the message icon, and the fitness points would be. So I'm adding 2 circles from the shape tool. I'm pressing Alt in the Windows and Option in the Mac. You press hold and drag it so it duplicates to it. Now I want to add a point system. So what I'm doing is I'm resizing the rectangle into the length of the circle. And once I'm done with it, let's say I want to give the rectangle a bit of a rounded corner. So I go here to appearance and drag the radius section. As you can see, it's rounded. There's another way to do it, so where you can zoom into the element and you see 2 dots there, and you can drag and play around with that as well. So once we're done with the top section, we can come to text. We can add, let's say, welcome Amai, probably because it's a homepage, so it's introducing it's welcoming the user. And here you can see the properties panel. You can see that you can change the font type, font style, size, and alignment, and much more. And also you can change the color here from any color that you want. You can type in custom codes as well. For now we'll stick to black as this is a lo-fi wireframe. Now we can also add effects to this. I'll come to that in later videos. So now this can be moved around anywhere you want. It's not stuck there, so you don't have to worry about the positioning. And let's go with the lo-fi wireframe. So let's use this color palette for us to identify, okay, which is what. And now let's say you want to pick that color on the right. So how will you do that? See, the top part is just buttons, right? So I want to give it a distinct color. So I go to that color picker and press on it, and as you can see, it is selected. That's how you can color pick the things. Now let's say I want to add a section. The first section may be giving an overview of all the activities that I've probably done this week, probably a chart type. I won't go on detail into doing that chart. I'm just showing you how you can add rectangles, corners, and pick colors in that software. I'm also pressing Option and just hovering over the area that I want to see the distance, and you can see that number comes in 24, 30 as I'm showing you. That's very important because you want to know the distance between the objects and the elements that you've placed. And also, as I mentioned, you can use Option and drag to duplicate a layer element that you want to that you've selected. Now I'm resizing this and I'm placing above the element, and you can see in the layer section that this rectangle is above. So the layer section is very important if you want to change the way that element should be placed. So now again, I'm pressing Option and copy pasting the text title, and let's say I want to rename it to your workouts, and before that I'm also checking whether the alignment is proper. Is it 32, 32, 24, depending on your project. And I'm adding another card layout here, so I'm dragging it over, and let's say I want to add another card above it. I duplicate it, change its color. Once I've changed its color, I'll resize it to according to the grid. Then I want to add an icon, so I'll probably display that by the color of black maybe, or a bit of a lesser contrast. So yeah, probably I put the black thing over there, and then so that it's kind of distinct, and okay, you know that okay, that's where the icon will be. Then I'm gonna add another rectangle. I'm gonna make it pitch black, just to signify that it's gonna be a text. See, this is not a tutorial on how you can do lo-fi wireframes. It's just so that you understand how to use these rectangle tools to create lo-fi wireframes, elements like that. So I'm going to select both. I'm going to drag them down. Now what you can do is select an entire thing, press Alt and duplicate it. It's very easy and very simple, as it makes the process very quick. Do is design the navigation bar. So in the navigation bar, let's say I'm dragging it till the bottom, making it edge to edge at the bottom, making the size, let's say 80. You can see the number going down, and once that number goes down, I'm adding another thing. Now if you observe, that thing is behind the rectangle. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on that rectangle and press bring to front, and now it's above. Now what I'm going to do is I will place it upon it, and I'll make sure it's properly a square. So once I do that, I'm just going to place it not so carefully. I'm just going to say, okay, let's say it's going to be 4 features, so I'll place it pretty much not so uniformly. And now what I want to show you is that a feature of auto layout, just as a glimpse. So what you can do is select all those 5 elements and then go press that option, auto layout, and then also you want it to spread in the middle, right? So you press that middle icon. I'll teach you all about auto layout. Just understand what Figma can do and what all opportunities you have in this software that makes your job easier. So as you can see, I am just dragging it and it's automatically resizing it and placing it very accurately and very consistent spacing throughout the navigation bar, which is amazing. You can also hide your column so that you can see your final design. Okay, is this going well? Is this looking nice? If not, also you can manipulate it like I'm manipulating. Okay, let's make that color black because it's a major button. And you can also do grouping. Let's say you want to move that all elements. What you do is press Command G and it gets grouped. Also you can do is right click and press group selection and you can move that around anywhere. That's also another handy feature. There are a lot of shortcuts, so please make sure you know that as well. I'm also now checking the sizing, whether is it consistently spaced throughout.
And there you have it, a homepage lo-fi wireframe of a fitness tracking app. Now it's your turn. Use these basics to create a homepage of your own choice of an app. Experiment with it and share it to me on Instagram. I would love to see it and review it in my next video. And if you found this helpful, please do subscribe and share this video and let me know what you want to learn next. And until then, happy designing and I'll see you in the next video.